Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Workhorse Stock, NIO Stock, and Tesla stock news. We will discuss how Workhorse Stock can jump again after an already 10% gain, what stock analysts think of Workhorse as we head into December, NIO's earnings report, and Tesla joining the S&P 500 with Elon Musk and Warren Buffett going head-to-head. Remember to like this video if you hold Workhorse Stock, NIO Stock, or Tesla stock. Subscribe if you are new. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. You're the best. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on Tesla joining the S&P 500. And with that being said, let's jump into our first article. Recently, WKHS stock has regained about 30% of its all-time high share price since the presidential election. But this rally was not random because there are very important short-term variables at work here. One big variable is the USPS contract, which could be announced in December before year's end. But if the USPS contract is not announced next month, then make sure you have executed your plans for Workhorse stock unless you plan to hold long term, because the stock price will dip very hard. Many investors are betting on the more established rival bidders of the USPS contract, who we will talk about later in this video, but because Workhorse is the only all-electric vehicle contender, they have a modest chance at the contract, but they are definitely still the underdog here. Workhorse has a fighting chance to at least attain a portion of the USPS contract, because going green would be great for the government to start to implement with the potential new administration. Another variable catalyst for Workhorse stock is Lordstown Motors, who rallied today, which is now valued at $27 a share. Many people bring up that Workhorse has a lack of experience and assets compared to Ford/Oshkosh and Karsan/Morgan Olson, but I would not count Workhorse out of this race. Making it to the top 3 left in the contract should speak for itself, so if Workhorse does get a portion of the contract, the author says their share price will be above $30. And he's not wrong, but by my estimates and according to stock analysis, we are looking at an initial price target of around $50, which will then come back down to around the 40s. As the USPS contract continues to be in limbo, Workhorse should take this opportunity to definitively prove that they can still be a great company without the contract. But even if they lose the contract, their stake in Lordstown Motors could cushion their stock from falling into single digits, because right now Workhorse's stake in Lordstown Motors is worth over $400 million. Luckily, Workhorse still looks very bullish, with ARK Investing, BlackRock, and other institutions who repeatedly keep buying the stock, which should signal us as retail investors that they must have a good reason for this. At this time, Workhorse is recorded at the price target of $22 a share, and I really hope we can keep this momentum going. For now, the majority of Wall Street is bullish on Workhorse stock because WKHS stock has jumped from $20 to $21 and is now $22 just in the last couple of days, which equates to a 10% increase overall for the stock. But let's start to look deeper into Workhorse stock to see what we can find. Lately, the stock has actually seen less traffic than normal, with around 14 million shares being traded actively, while the normal value is around 20 million shares, but this is nothing to worry about. If we use the RSI, which is the relative strength index, we can see where Workhorse stands. For reference, an RSI of over 70 means the stock is overpriced. An RSI of 50 would mean it's a good resting price, and an RSI of 30 would mean it's oversold, thus it's a good time to buy. Overall, Workhorse is sitting between a 62 and on some days a 52. So on average, it's about 57, which is not that bad. And now we are going to talk about NIO stock news, specifically how NIO did even better than anticipated on their earnings report, which I said that they would do. After earnings, NIO stock dropped around 3% because investors took some profits, but some people think it's because Tesla joined the S&P 500, but more on that later. NIO now has a 12-cent loss per share compared to a forecasted 18-cent loss per share. NIO's revenue was better than anticipated, coming in at $667 million compared to their predicted $663 million. Their gross margin increased beyond expectations by 1.65%, and they are planning to deliver 17,000 vehicles in the next quarter. Even similar stocks like Xpeng, ticker symbol XPEV, jumped 34%, had a revenue increase of 342%, and increased their sales deliveries by 266%. Listen to this quote by the vice chairman of Xpeng. "We are very happy with both the delivery results as well as our financial revenue growth, but more importantly this quarter we also achieved our first ever positive gross margin for the company, so I think all is very exciting." Even competitors like Li Auto had a price target upgrade by Citigroup because Li stock has skyrocketed 80% in the last 30 days, with their initial public offering being priced at $11.50 per share. It's now worth over $36 per share, which is crazy. The EV sector is absolutely on fire in a good way. Which brings us to our last EV stock of the day, which is Tesla, which this article gets kind of sticky. As you probably know, Tesla has joined the S&P 500, but that's not even the craziest part. There are rumors going around that Warren Buffett is investing in Tesla. Tesla has added $80 billion to their valuation, and very large investors are now flooding into Tesla stock. But the crazy part is that 50 million Tesla stocks have been bought by an unknown investor based upon their 13F filing, which discloses their large ownership to other investors. People speculate that this could be Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway because Berkshire Hathaway just invested $11 billion into an undisclosed company. But here's the catch: if you own 5% or more of a company, it can't be in secret because of SEC guidelines, which means that $11 billion was less than 5% ownership in the company. There are only 25 publicly traded companies in the United States that are worth enough for that large of an amount to equate to less than 5% ownership in that company, and one of them is Tesla. But I am not convinced, because Warren Buffett and Elon Musk have bumped heads in the past, and Warren Buffett also recently invested heavily into BYD, which is a Chinese electric vehicle company. Buffett also owns many car dealerships that have lobbied against Tesla, but maybe he is hedging his bets. Also, I don't understand why all of this would need to be secret. But what do you all think? Comment down below if you made it this far in the video, leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next YT video.